Boom. We are live. Are we live? Are we live? Are we live? Here we go. Manchester United against Newcastle. The final home game of this trash, absolutely trash of a season. One of the most forgettable, forgettable seasons in Man United's history. Absolutely appalling football being played from start to finish, and we are about to be put out of our misery. No more pain. No more seeing Arsenal and Man City ball out while Manchester United running around like headless chickens, playing this transition counter-attack football. No possession, no cohesion in the way that they play. Last painful home game, and I am officially Ten Hag out. Anyway, let's go straight into it. Let's see what the hell this manager's doing, what lineup this manager is picking today. And surprise, surprise, the lineup is similar to the one that played against Arsenal. Let me put that on the screen. So, what do we have here? We have the Casemiro Evans centre-back pairing of doom. Once again, we have Dallo and Aaron Wan-Bissaka. This guy playing Aaron Wan-Bissaka left back and playing Dallo right back for whatever reason. I do not know. We have Amrabat and I assume McTominay and Mainu in midfield. And I assume that Bruno, who is starting today in replace of Hojlund, is going to play up front. Because let's be honest, guys, Bruno plays up front anyway. This guy plays up front anyway. He's a number 10, apparently, who essentially plays off the back of the striker. Sometimes he plays further than the striker. And that is why many, many times this season, you will see Manchester United with a big hole in their midfield, largely because there's no cover, there's no support for Casemiro. None at all. So I expect, like I said, Bruno to play further forward, maybe in some sort of false nine position. I don't know, because we don't have a striker. Rashford's on the bench. Ahmad and Garnacho, of course, out wide. I think most people know how I feel about Garnacho. Garnacho Garnacho should not be playing 30 games or starting 30 games for any Manchester United side in any period of time. Not now, not 10 years ago, not 20 years ago, just never. Just never. Like, when I watch this guy play, apart from the fact he tries, which is what many people say about him, he tries. He tries. Apart from trying, what does he do? Yeah? Because trying is good. Everybody's trying. Everybody on the pitch is trying. Technically, right? But what does he do? This kid, right? And I know everybody loves this Garnacho guy, but I am a football man. And I look at techers, I look at technical ability, I look at decision making, I look at maturity, I look at all of these things. This guy doesn't have it. This guy is just not good enough. Hate me all you like, but Garnacho, for me, it's not it. However, I will say this about Ahmad, and I've said this many times about Ahmad Diallo. He is arguably the best forward, the best winger we have at the football club. He is. He is. In terms of the way he plays football, his understanding of the game, his technical ability, his ability to beat a man, his ability to slow the game down when he needs to, his footballing IQ. He can drift left. He can drift right. He can come into the center. He is what you would call a footballer, right? Something that Garnacho simply isn't. Anyway, this is the front three I assume that will play. I'm not expecting much from Manchester United today. I simply am not expecting much. Um, the last game against Arsenal, we played a little bit better, but to be honest, Manchester United always raise the game against Arsenal. When United play Arsenal, form goes out the window completely, and we get two teams who really hate each other. And we always raise our game against Arsenal. So I'm not really including the last game against Arsenal at all. And in fact, even though we played better against Arsenal, we still didn't play good. We had 0 shots on goal. I think our front three of Hojlund, our attack in general, is probably one of the worst attacks in the league. I don't have many positive things to say at all about Manchester United this season. Ten Hag finally has done, in my opinion, what he should have done a long time ago, and that is drop Hojlund. I'll be real. Let's talk about Hojlund for a quick second. Because Hojlund has been so protected in the media, in the fan base from criticism. He's the only player that can go and not score any goals. He's the only striker that I know can not contribute to the game, not hold the ball up, not bring others into play, not run the channels, not control the football, not be able to shoot properly, always falling over when he shoots, always getting thrown about by defenders. He's the only striker that can be poor at everything and still retain his place and still retain some sort of adulation from the fan base. Imagine if Martial had played as badly in any game as Hojlund has played this season for Manchester United Football Club. And I know people like he's young. He's young. Listen, if he's not good enough, he should not be playing. It's as simple as that. I'm tired of this. He's young, give him time to listen. When it comes to footballing fundamentals, the ability to control the ball, the ability to hold the ball up, and all of these things I've mentioned, these aren't things you can just learn in a year, learn in 2 years. At the age of 21, if you don't have these basic things, then you probably won't have it. When you play football more and more, your decision making is refined. Some of your technique might be refined, but once you have that fundamental, you can only add to the fundamentals. You can't really improve your fundament. Put it this way: if you're 21 and you can't control a football, it means that at 5 years old you couldn't control a football. At 10 years old, you couldn't control a football. So what makes you think that these fundamentals at the age of 21, that this person has always had these deficiencies, what makes you think they can improve? And that's a question I asked about Rashford. When people say Rashford can get better, Rashford can improve, Rashford has not improved at all. Maybe a little bit, but he's still indecisive. His decision making is still very, very bad. He's still a footballer that is impulsive. He relies on instinct rather than calculations in his mind. And those are the footballers that I do not like. I prefer the footballers who are calculated, who do things purposely, who do things on purpose. So, in terms of the lineup, I don't really know what to think. I've lost faith in this manager. I've lost faith in this manager to identify what is needed, not just what is needed to win a match or what is needed to win the league, just what is needed. He spent £400 million, £400 million, and the only signing that he's made that plays regularly is a goalkeeper, and because he has to. From Anthony to Mason Mount to now Hojlund, you can argue none of his signings have been good. £400 million. And not even that. During this season, a lot of the players that he wanted out, the Maguires, the Scott McTominays of this world, those are the players who've saved him in some games time and time again. With McTominay's come up with certain goals, and he wanted to sell McTominay. So I do not have faith in his talent ID, his ability to recognize talent and recognize what's needed. I don't. I simply don't. And I can only hope that Ineos and the new owners, now that they've changed the setup, now that they've instilled a DOF, and now that they're making certain big changes behind the scenes, I can only hope that Manchester United would also change the manager. I can only pray, because at this point I've lost faith in Ten Hag. Let's read some of these comments. Nacho isn't good enough for United. Hojlund's trash. Diallo's now my favorite player. I think a lot of people now are waking up to Garnacho. I think a lot of United fans now are waking up to Hojlund. Like, what are we waiting for? On this channel, I'm just going to say this. Well, I'm just going to say it once. I'm going to say it many, many times. We're going to say what we see. Yeah, we're going to say what we see, or we're not going to say how we feel. We're going to watch this game, analyze this game, and you're going to see football from my perspective. You're going to see what I see, and I'm going to comment on certain things, and we're going to have a conversation about it. Bruno up front, Lord Jesus of Nazareth. Lord Jesus of Nazareth, Bruno up front. I can only pray that Jesus will shine a light on his soul, and it will teach him. I don't know. He'll become a good dribbler, because this guy is one of the most flat-footed footballers I've ever seen in my life. Like, this guy can't dribble. How many number 10s, right? Number 10s. Think about number 10s in the world. Think about the Neymars, the Messis. Think about even the Eden Hazards, the Zolas, the Bergkamps. Think of all the number 10s in the world, right, who play that position. How many of them can't carry the ball, and how many of them can't dribble? How many of them can't? All of them can. Like, Bruno playing number 10 for Manchester United Football Club is the worst decision, the worst thing. He's a number 8. He should be playing in a 4-3-3 formation, maybe with a DM, Bruno, and maybe someone else either side. That's who he is. He should not be given this free reign to just run where he wants and this press out of place. He presses by himself, runs to the flipping defender all by himself, leaves a big hole. They bypass the press, bypass Bruno, counter-attack, and there's Casemiro trying to marshal the defense all by himself. And then Casemiro's the one who's going to be in the news. He's going to be the talking point. Casemiro's lost his legs. Casemiro has never done so much running, probably in his life. He's never had to manage or marshal a whole midfield before. Anyway, guys, we are starting. We have started the game. Manchester United's final home game of the season. Thank you guys for joining. If you're here, smash a like. Let's see what happens. I'm a very pessimistic guy right now, so I have no idea. Oh my gosh. Already Newcastle on the attack. Okay, cool. Nice, nice. So like I said, I think we got Amrabat, Kobe, Scott in midfield. Maybe Scott and Bruno might swap once in a while. Kobe, Garnacho. Listen. See? Is this what I'm saying? Ah, bang. Oh my gosh. Already, Garnacho had the ball. It's a simple pass back, and he's lost it. He lost it. I don't get why this Garnacho guy plays. Like, if you're Anthony and you've been bought for £80 million, right? And being bought by this manager, and seeing time and time again Garnacho play ahead of you. No wonder why he's losing his mind and getting angry on the football pitch, because it's Listen, say what you want about Anthony, and a lot of people don't rate Anthony. Like, and I understand why. I do. But he's better than Garnacho as a footballer. His fundamentals are better than Garnacho's. He's better than Garnacho. But yet, time and time again, this Garnacho guy plays, gets picked. And I really don't understand. I really don't understand how Jadon Sancho got run out the club, literally run out the club, and Garnacho starts all the games. My lord. It looks like Aaron is actually on the right this time. Decent start. Pass it back. Amrabat. Close down. I don't think Newcastle are not afraid to play with a high line. Cool. Foul from Dallo. So yeah, it looks like Dallo's actually playing on the left. Aaron's playing on the right this time, which makes more sense anyway. I don't understand why Ten Hag would swap them and play Aaron on the left. Um, but yeah, this game's going to be very interesting. 3 minutes gone. And even Amrabat starting. Like, I'm glad Amrabat is started. And he actually played okay against Arsenal. But it just makes you think he had a decent game against Arsenal. Why did we bring him alone to not even play him? Why? It's these sort of decisions I don't really understand from my manager. I really don't. It's taken him so long to play Amrabat. It's taken him so long. There we go. Oh my gosh. Great tackle, Amrabat. Great. Just talking about this guy. Why has the manager taken so long? Great tackle, Amrabat. Already we are under pressure. Already. Was it Amrabat or was it? Oh, Casemiro gave the ball away. But this tackle from Amrabat, nice. Great tackle. Manchester United clearly need some centre backs. If we are going to get rid of Maguire, if Varane, who's leaving, which is a shame he's leaving because Varane is our best centre back. Evans is too old. He doesn't have the legs to play centre back at all. I mean, he's got the IQ and the know-how and the position sense, but you got to have legs. He just doesn't have the legs, so we do need some centre backs. So I'll be very interested to see what is done in the summer. To be honest, I think most importantly is a new manager. I think if we keep this manager, I've got no faith, absolutely none. So the first thing we need to do is just get rid. Listen, I'll take anybody. Literally, I'll take anybody. What's going on? United might concede quickly. Listen, it looks like, I mean, we could do. We could do. We're not pressing. We're standing off Newcastle so far. Well, I said we're not pressing. Looks like we might be choosing our press. Any questions? Just let me know, people. Let me know where you're watching the game from. Couple people in the chat. Couple peeps. Tackle from Newcastle. Newcastle got the ball on the left. The crowd is not. I mean, the crowd's a bit flat, isn't it? The crowd is a bit flat. Corner to Newcastle. I mean, first 6 minutes, you can't. I mean, what can you say really in terms of analysing the game? United are up. playing very, very sloppy, but that's what I expect from Man United. We haven't played good football. I can't remember sitting here and watching a Man United performance and saying, yeah, that was a really good. I can't remember. When's the last time you saw United performance and you were like, yeah, we balled out. We played good football today. I don't recall playing good football all season. Not once. Newcastle corner. Can we counter from the corner? All right, Aaron's got the ball on the right. Okay, nice. Smart by Casemiro. Bruno to Dallo. Dallo was such a nice fullback. I remember when we first got him, and defensively he was not good. And I kept saying, do you know what? As a footballer, right, he's got good fundamentals. He's got good footballing fundamentals, but as a defender, in terms of concentration, aggression, tackling, and all these other things, he's just not that good. Here we go. McTominay. Okay, McTominay won the foul. But in terms of other aspects of his game, Dallo, well, the defensive aspects of his game, he just wasn't good enough. He went on loan to AC Milan. I think he went on loan to AC Milan, got a bit more experience, got a bit more strength, got a bit more know-how. He's come back, and to me, Dallo, in my opinion anyway, is definitely one of the best fullbacks in the league. Not the best fullback in the league before anyone kills me, but I think he's one of the most competent fullbacks in the league. All right. Set piece. Let's see what we can do with this set piece. Bruno. Do you know what? As much as I don't love Bruno, one thing we have missed, and we did miss against Arsenal, is his set pieces. We did miss Bruno's set pieces against Arsenal. Because every single corner we took was rubbish. Here we go. Punched out by the goalkeeper. Hey, unlucky. Casemiro. Unlucky Cass. That's what I'm saying. Against Arsenal, we had corner after corner, and we had set pieces, but we just didn't do anything with them. And like I said, I know Bruno gives the ball away almost all the time, and Bruno is a very frustrating player to watch. But on set pieces, he's decent. He is. And last season, how many times did Casemiro come up with the goods last season? How many times did Cass either come up with a header from a corner, a header from a set piece, a tap in? Many times last season from a defensive midfielder position, he came up with the goods. This season, not so much. There we go, Newcastle on the cat. Oh my gosh! Oh, but yeah, we definitely missed Bruno set pieces against Arsenal. Smash the like if you hate Arsenal. Oh man! All right. Do you know what? We're getting into the game slowly. We are. So we're not playing good football, but we can win this game. I can feel it. I'm not saying we will win this game, but yeah. See what's going on here. There we go. We got the ball now. Kobe. Kobe. Garnacho. Okay, unlucky. Unlucky. All right. Okay. We're getting a bit of possession. We've Our defensive line's pushed up. Onana's come out of his box. I mean, it's the interesting thing about Onana is that this guy, obviously, we bought him to be a ball playing centre back. Sorry, ball playing goalkeeper. And we have seen a little bit of it this season, but we haven't utilized this ball playing ability at all. And do you know why we haven't? Because the manager's getting us to play this crazy, fast paced, heavy metal football with no patterns of play, no identity, no cohesion, just people running everywhere. Anyway, Yeah, man. The manager's killed. For me, the manager's killed Casemiro. Like, he's not a centre back, and I don't understand why he's playing centre. I'd rather play Scott McTominay centre back because Scott McTominay plays centre back for Scotland. I don't. Oh, that's not good, Newcastle at all. Nice cut out by Casemiro. Casemiro doesn't like. He's just been given a Pogba treatment. You know when someone's just good, and you play him in DM, then you play him in centre mid, then you play him attacking mid, then you play him right wing because you know he can do the job. He's some of the best players get treated really badly. Dallo, Dallo. Oh, just play the man centre mid. And the thing is about this whole Casemiro DM thing as well is that Casemiro is not really like he's a DM, but he's not at the same time. But hey, unlucky. We're getting closer. We're getting closer. Um, but he's not really a DM. And I say this because when he played for Real Madrid, he was not the player who picked the ball up from the back four. That was never Casemiro. That was never him. Modric did it because he's press resistant. And even Tony Cruz did it because he's also a bit press resistant. Casemiro did it sometimes, but he wasn't really the guy. He was a shuttle runner. He was a guy who covered the space, who won the ball, who won the tackles, who came up with a goal. He was that guy. And I think United, a lot of times, right? A lot of the times when we buy players from abroad, I really, really think we misprofile them. I really think because a lot of people, listen, I'm going to say something controversial right now. A lot of people in this country do not understand football. They understand goals, they understand assists. They don't understand player profiles, the profile of a footballer. And a lot of times when we buy a footballer, we misprofile them or we say, oh, do you know what? Because you are tall, you can play in defense. Or because you are quick, you can be a winger. The way we think about football in a very basic way sometimes ends up ruining footballers. We end up playing them in wrong positions because we misprofile them. We don't understand what kind of footballer they are. I mean, Jadon Sancho was a perfect example. There we go. Amad Diallo, finish. Unlucky Ahmad. Good shot. This is what I'm talking about, man. Ahmad's a baller. Nice, Manu. Unlucky. Pressure. Yeah, we misprofile players. Like Jadon Sancho is not a speed demon, right? He's not a pace and power footballer. He just isn't. So when everyone's saying doesn't take on his man, he doesn't run quick. Listen, that's not his game. And he can take on his man, but he beats his man not via pace or power, but skill, actual skill. Not just kick the ball. Hey, garnacho. Ugh. Not just by kicking the ball past them and using his pace to beat them. Garnacho leaves footballers on their bums. So there's a difference between an Mbappe or Rashford or who does a step over, push the ball past a player, run. Right? That's cool. You guys love that stuff, and that's good. But then there are footballers who are not that quick, but they use their skill, use their movement to leave you on your bum, leave you on your face. They're not quicker than you. They're not using pace to beat you. They're using skill. And there's a big, big difference. And I just wish people could just see that. There's footballers and there's athletes. Without the ball, these guys will still be quick, you know? But it is what it is, man. I just see football in a different way. Oh, that's crap, Bruno. Oh, Bruno, man. You didn't need to give the ball away needlessly. Needlessly. And this is what I'm saying. I can't handle this guy. I can't take this guy. I don't understand why people justify Bruno by saying at least he tries, or I don't know, because like Juan Mata was a number 10. He never gave the ball away. David Silva, arguably, is a number 10. He wasn't giving the ball away. Like, why have we accepted that in order to play good football, in order to get assists, in order to be creative, you need to give the ball away loads of times? Why have we accepted this? That's a genuine question. I want you guys to answer that. Why have we accepted that to be a good footballer or to be in number 10 position or be a creative player, you need to give the ball away a lot? That is insane to me. Johnny Evans. I can't believe Johnny Evans has come back to the club. Johnny Evans. Johnny Evans. Okay, let's look at some of these questions. Kobe, Garnacho. Of course. I knew as soon as the ball went to Garnacho, I just knew this kid. Corner. You're here. I'm here for United tears. um, Varane leaving on a free. What do I think about Varane leaving on a free? I think Varane is our best defender, and I think one of the reasons why we haven't lived up to the hype this season is because Varane and the likes of Martinez. And I'm not giving the manager a way out here. It's because Varane and Martinez haven't really been available. But when Varane's been available, he's been disrespected. And when he has been available, sometimes the manager has opted to pick Maguire. And you can tell that at the start of the season, Varane and the manager fell out. I mean, if they fell out, it's clear that they fell out. It's clear that there have been issues, and it's clear that he's not happy. So, as far as I'm concerned, he's for his, for the 3 seasons he's been here, he's done okay. He's done what he could do, and I just wish him luck. It's just a shame that, oh, lucky Ahmad, and again, it's just a shame for me that um, people don't understand how good he was for United and how much him, Martinez, and Casemiro, that triangle at the back last season was United's rock, literally. Um, One of the best defenders of our generation, Varane, and still, in my opinion, one of the best defenders in the league. So we've definitely lost. Of all the defenders to leave, he's probably the last one that should leave for me. But he's left. He's leaving on a free. Good luck to him, really. It's just a shame for me that, assuming there is a new manager, it's a shame that the new manager doesn't have a say in in the players, because I want the new manager to come in and say, I want to keep this player, or I want to get rid of this player. I don't want Ten Hag right now to have any say in any footballers staying or going, because I do not trust this man's talent ID at all. I don't. Um, yeah, I think it's Ten Hag. Oi, nice, nice save from Onana. I mean, yeah, I just hope it isn't Ten Hag's doing why Varane's gone. Because, like I said, I could tell Varane is not feeling this manager, man. Like, Varane's played under some of the best managers in the world. He's won Champions Leagues with Real Madrid. He knows what a good manager looks like. He knows what good football looks like. He knows if he's given some sort of instruction that don't make sense. He knows to question it. And the thing is, Ten Hag is managing people, footballers who know more about football than he does. He's managing footballers who've won World Cups. Varane's won a World Cup with France. He's won every single trophy there is. So Varane can tell the manager, listen, you're chatting shit. And the manager just doesn't like that. So he's probably, no, it's probably him getting rid of Varane, the manager. I don't know. But it's a shame, man, because we could do with someone like Varane in the next 2 or 3 years to usher some sort of new era. New era. How many times have we heard new era? Should you bring Sancho back? Should we bring Sancho back? I'm not gonna lie. This is what I think about Sancho coming back. I think for Sancho's sake, for his career as a footballer, he needs to stay away from Manchester United Football Club. He needs to. Because I'm tired of seeing this football club destroy ballers. Destroy ballers. And he was not appreciated because, like I said to you, out of all the games that Sancho has played, right, for Manchester United, he's never had a game as bad as some of Garnacho's games. He's not. The way we see football is because Garnacho's runs really quickly and he looks all frantic when he runs. That pleases a lot of people. That looks for some reason pleasing on the eye, and we look at that and we're like, oh my god, he's trying. At least he's going at his player. At least he's attacking his man. I'm like, but he doesn't. He never beats his man. Like, so what does that mean? I'd rather have a player who picks and chooses when to dribble, picks and chooses when to go, when not to go, rather than somebody who only plays at 100 miles an hour all the time and doesn't know how to play any other way. So for me, for Sancho's mental health, for Sancho's career, I strongly believe he should stay away from this football club. This football club is toxic. It destroys footballers, and it's not just managers because we've changed managers. We've had Moyes, Louis van Gaal, Mourinho. There we go. Ah, Dallo, Clarence. We've had Oli. We've had Ten Hag, and during that period of time, we've also had different managers. So this club, as much as it's my club that I support, listen, I'm not here to tell lies, you know. I'm here to strip it back and tell you the truth. This club is toxic. So I can only hope. Listen, I have got no. I wouldn't say I got no faith, but as Ineos have done certain things that I'm happy about, but I'm not gonna be overexcited that Ineos and Jim Ratcliffe have come in until I see certain things. Like, yes, they've made some changes and they got rid of some people at the top and whatnot, and they've got the DOF and all these things. But we've been there before. You know, I'm not gonna feel excited until I see changes on the football pitch, and that's what I need to see. So I'm gonna hold my opinion off the. I mean, if it's up to me, I would have taken the Qatar money and rebuilt the stadium because that was a lot of money, and that money would have done everything that we wanted it to do. But because of, I don't know, xenophobia, because they don't fit the narrative, we went for a worse deal, in my opinion, with Jim Radcliffe. So it is what it is. I've said my piece when it comes to the owners. I didn't want Jim Ratcliffe at all. I prefer the Qataris, but it is what it is, and we've got them now. So I just have to live with it and just pray that they do the right things. The other day, the leaking roof was all over the news. The biggest football club in the world, and Newcastle on the attack. Oh, okay. Yeah, the other day the leaking news was all leaking. Sorry, the leaking roof was all over the news, and this is supposed to be the biggest football club in the world. Newcastle are putting us under pressure. Onana. All right, counter attack. Here we go. This is apparently United's bread and butter. Transition football. Let's see. Bruno to Garnacho on the left. You got to take your time, Garnacho. You got to wait for people to come. All right, Garnacho. Oh, saved by the goalkeeper. Do you know what? I think he. Let me see this again. Android 17. That's a good ball from Bruno. I don't know, man. He should have tried to go through the goalkeeper's legs at least. He set the ball out too wide. I don't even think that was going in. I don't know, man. This kid. But corner, let's go. Oi, Ahmad. Nice technique, Ahmad. Over the bar. 26 minutes, 27 minutes gone now. Still nil-nil. I mean, so far, this game could be anybody's, really. Newcastle on the counter look quite dangerous. We look slightly better at the back than we had before. We look slightly more compact. And I think after the Arsenal game, I think we've kind of taken maybe what we've learned from that game. We've taken the confidence from that game, even though, like I said, it wasn't the greatest game, but we played slightly better. And because of that, I see that we're playing more compact. Essentially, we're not playing with a striker. We're playing with four midfielders. So you kind of expect playing with four midfielders for Man United to be more compact in midfield. Like, you expect that. So, oh gosh, Newcastle 3 against 2. Corner to Newcastle. This game, it could be anybody's, really. I don't know, Osman. Varane's exit suggests he was one of the players who didn't fancy it versus Arsenal. Maybe. Maybe. I think Varane has tapped out. I think some of our best players, like the Varanes and the Casemiros, tapped out because, like I said, it's imagine knowing how good you are. Imagine knowing the standards. Imagine coming from Real Madrid and then going to Man United and seeing leaky roofs and absolutely horrendous training facilities and playing with a manager who doesn't know what he's doing. Like, how long can you keep that up? How long can you keep up that enthusiasm and getting beaten every week because the manager wants to play this crazy kick and run football? I mean, I get it, man. I get it. I get it. Like I said, I think Varane fell out with the manager a long time ago. So it is what it is. I just wish that it was a manager who left, not Varane. That's all, you know. Um, what do you think? Greenwood, Mason, Mason Greenwizzle. All I can say is a shame that this kid did what he did, man. It's a shame that he did what he did because I think I said 3 years ago, I put my neck on the line. I said 3 years ago that if Mason Greenwood continues to improve or continues along his trajectory, he will become one of the best players in the world. I've not seen somebody come out of the academy like Mason Greenwood before. I haven't. The way he can go left or he can go right, the way that both his left foot and his right foot are almost as good as each other, it's scary. His talent, this kid's talent is absolutely frightening. It's a shame for me, he's ruined his Man United career. I can't see United bringing him back. If they do, they're gonna have a lot of talking to do, a lot of explaining to do. Um, but I just think it's a shame that he did what he did. Really, I mean, the whole situation is a bit weird, to be honest, because it seems as if he's apologized and he's now kind of together with his partner and they're married and whatnot. I feel like the fans are more angry about the situation than the victim, because the victim is back with him. They're back together and they've got a baby and they've both moved on. He's playing football in Spain, but we, the people who are not even part of the relationship, who don't really know anything, we've got more to say. We're more opinionated about it than. Oh my lord! Finish! There you go, Kobe. Well done. Is he offside? Let's wait. Well done. The future. That is so weird. That literally, both him and Scott McTominay were standing just unmarked. It looked so weird. I was like, what? There must be offside. That's weird. Let's see this again. Okay, Newcastle got a nice line. They got a nice line. Nobody. Oh, that's terrible. Nobody followed Manu and that right back. The right back playing him on side. Look at Diallo. Look at Ahmad. Oof. Look, yeah, look how casual his celebration was as well. You know when you're a baller and you can play football. You just like I'm a baller. Like what? Like that was so nice, man. Well done, Kobe. 1-0. 1-0. Ahmad cutting inside. Nice pass, reverse pass. I think Bruno might have a touch on it as well. Good goal. See now I have now I have a problem. I have a problem now. My problem is this. I just pray that Man United winning this game doesn't give Ten Hag room. Because you don't want your team to lose. You never want your team to lose. But I don't like this manager. And I need him to leave. Oh, across the goal. Sean Longstaff. What happened here? Who's there? Where's the striker when you need him, Newcastle? This game's not over. I mean, clearly it's not over. It's only 33 minutes, but yeah, United, we're not convincing. We're not convincing. And Newcastle, I reckon Newcastle will score. Mm, leaky roof. Martinez on the bench. Yeah. Martinez is back. Martinez, the little Rottweiler. That's what I call him. He's not as good as defending or as good at defending as Varane. Varane is one of those guys who doesn't need to slide tackle. He's like a Rio. He doesn't even look like he's running. He looks like he glides across the pitch when he's defending. He intercepts the ball. He defends effortlessly. And that's a hallmark to me of a good defender. Like a Van Dijk, almost, right? And then there's Martinez, the opposite. He defends like you stole him money. Oh my gosh! Is that foul? Is that penalty? No, good tackles. That Casemiro. Well done. Oh, flipping heck. See, now it's becoming frantic and end to end. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, Martinez. Martinez is that guy that he him and Varane worked well together as a duo, as a pair. And that's what gave the manager life last season. Where Martinez will attack the ball. That's the whole point, right? Because don't forget, your centre back is a pairing. That's why it's called a centre back pair. You have Martinez who attacks the ball, aggressive, naps on your heels, right? And then there's Varane who might stand off. They both complement each other perfectly. You have one who's running around like a Rottweiler. You have Martinez who steps into midfield. He's very good at, you know, fizzing it through vertically, finding those vertical passes. And he does it really, really well. Varane isn't the best passer of the ball, but he's definitely a better defender than Martinez. And those two complemented each other perfectly last season. I can't lie. So to have Martinez back is a good thing. I will say this though. I will say this. All this talk about players being injured all the time, right? Martinez has been injured almost for the whole season. Oh, Newcastle to put the ball. Oh, what's going on there? No! Oh, cleared off the line. I said there's a goal in it for Newcastle. I did say. Oh my gosh. Okay, Onana's got the ball. Well done. Woo! Newcastle, there's a goal in there for Newcastle. Oi! Wow, Casemiro, well done. That's what I'm saying about Cas, man. See what you want about Casemiro giving up, or Casemiro hasn't got this and Casemiro hasn't got that. The guy's important, man. The guy can ball, man. Like, there's a difference between a system literally exposing a player's deficiencies. And I say this all the time, right? Every player has deficiencies. Every player has deficiencies. Every player. No player is perfect. The whole point of a system is to hide certain players' deficiencies and to highlight certain players, you know, what they're good at, their positive traits. This system exposes Casemiro's deficiencies a lot. It's not his fault. It really isn't. Twice already in this game, he saved us. And no one's going to talk about it because if he makes a mistake in this game, and he might do, that leads to a goal, that's what we're going to talk about. Not the fact that he stopped 2 goals. This should be 2-1, right? To Newcastle. And because of him, it is not 2-1. So we have to analyze it both ways. We can't just see all the good things and just wait for the one bad thing to happen and be like, oh, see, we can't allow confirmation bias to ruin how we see football. It just doesn't make sense to me. Hmm. See what's going on with the comments out here. Out here, mate. Oi. So I think so. Varane's leaving, Casemiro's leaving. Listen, I don't really care who leaves and goes, as long as the football that we play changes and the direction that we go in changes. I'm not gonna, of course I've got my favorites. I've got the sort of players that I like. I like to see football played in a certain way. Um, but for me, it's about the direction. If I keep hearing about this transition football thing, it's no, I'm not, because it's like every team plays on a transition. Every team plays on the transition. Every team counterattacks. It's like you can't build a team for that. That is something that you do as part of the game. When you win the ball, you counterattack, you transition. You can't just be a transition team. You need to be able to play football technically really well and be able to transition really well. You can't just be a transition football team because that to me means that you can't keep or you struggle to keep possession of the ball. You can only attack, attack, and attack. You can't, like Man City do. If there's no space, if there's no pass, don't force it. Just don't force it. Retain the ball. Keep the ball. But this United team can't do that because we don't know how to play that way. We only know how to attack. And fair enough, in this country, in Britain, that is seen as, really good football. Whereas if you go to Spain and you see these guys passing the ball around and doing this tiki-taka stuff, especially how Man City play football, we in this country regard that as boring, right? We see that as boring because they're choosing their moments wisely and they're not just attacking all the time. That's boring. It's the way we see football is so tapped. It's tapped, fully tapped. I promise you. But we're gonna learn on this channel. We're gonna learn. We're gonna open our minds and see football in different ways, and we're gonna understand why England don't do well in international tournaments. The Premier League, the best league in the world, but Man City have won it 4 times now, 4 times in a row. Yet, yet this is the best league in the world. Behave yourselves, man. Give me a joke. Woo! Newcastle corner kick. Let's see what Newcastle can do. All right, well defended by United. But Newcastle still have the ball. Nowhere to go. Back out wide. Well done, Amrabat. Another corner. Another corner. Corner from Newcastle. Bruno. Well, the Newcastle's Bruno. Not a good control. What's going on there? Oh my gosh. Again, Casemiro heading it over. Well done. Casemiro having a decent game so far. Casemiro having a decent game. Decent game so far. All right, let's get. Oh my gosh, Bruno. Was that Bruno? The fake Bruno, the Newcastle Bruno. We don't talk about Bruno. Oh my gosh. Man had time, space to set up his whole tea party. And he still headed it wide. He could have bought a whole table on the he could have bought a table on a football pitch. He had that much time. All right. Since here we go. I was gonna say since our initial goal, United have Newcastle have been pressuring us. To be honest, this game should be 3-1 to Newcastle. It should be. And if we keep allowing this, if we keep giving them space, like I said, they're gonna score. They're gonna score. And we're standing off. We're not closing them down, which is probably the wisest thing to do because we don't know how to press at all. Manchester United, we just don't know how to press. I don't trust us pressing. Bruno, uh, Newcastle. Is that Kieran Trippier on the right? He was at fault for the goal, wasn't he? Kieran Trippier. He played everybody on side, I think. And I think Kieran Trippier is one of those players that Ollie. I think Ollie wanted Trippier, didn't he? Yeah, he did. He wanted Trippier. Mm. Imagine how we be playing without. Oi! With Hojlund up front. Because Hojlund does not offer anything. Doesn't score goals, like I said before. Doesn't hold the ball up. He doesn't bring others into play. He doesn't drop deep. And he offers absolutely nothing. So I have no idea what this game would be like if we were playing Hojlund. It's a good thing that we've compacted the midfield. Because even though we have done that, Newcastle are still creating chances. 3 minutes at a time. Yeah. Wow. Last 10 minutes possession. 80% possession for Newcastle. Oh, that is such easy. Oh, let's see us counter attack. Let's see us transition. Garnacho. Bruno's got the ball. Nice. Amad Diallo. I've been singing your praises, kid. Let's see what you can do. 1-on-1. Good pass. Decent pass, Amad. I mean, the runs that were being made weren't the best runs, to be honest, but it is what it is. I think that's the difference between Ahmad and Garnacho. Garnacho would have dribbled straight into that defender and lost the ball. Ahmad decided to pass it. And that's what it is. And that's what it is. Woo. Yo, Nawaf up in here, man. Love, bro. Love my G. What you saying, man? Nice! Here we go, Ahmad. Oh, unlucky kid. My baller. Listen, if I can't have Sancho, if I can't back Sancho, I'm gonna back the next baller with Ahmad. I'm only on this channel. We only back ballers. I don't want to hear anybody saying anybody who's good. If you think a football is good, tell me who it is and I'll verify it. Yeah. It will go through the chosen wisdom verification process where I will analyze his attributes and I'll let you know if he's good or not. We only rate ballers. We don't rate people who get loads of goals and loads of assists if they're rubbish ballers. We can't do it. I can't do it. Not on this channel. I'm going to keep football alive on this channel as much as I can. That was such a nice feat. That was such a nice feat from Ahmed. And I hope you guys saw that, man. This is what I'm talking about. That's what I like to see. Technique. Mm. No. Hashtag only black ballers, That's funny. No. It is what it is, man. I ain't saying nothing more than that. But yeah. Hashtag. Free Sancho, man. Free Jaden. Half time. Half time. Let me know what you guys are thinking, man. Not a bad game of football, you know. Not a bad game of football at all. Oh, shit. Yeah. So that's why, listen, if you're watching that and you saw Ahmad today and you saw Ahmad's the way he moves the ball, his understanding of the game, you see why I rate this guy. Listen, he's not the best footballer in the world, but out of all the forwards that we have, he's probably the best one that we have. Just play him in his position. Play him in his position. Listen, even all season, yeah, we've had Amrabat, we've had Casemiro, and we've had Kobe Manu. This manager, yeah, has been beaten left, right, and centre by loads of teams, and I've still not seen Casemiro, Amrabat, and a Kobe Manu midfield. Imagine I've not even seen a Casemiro and Amrabat double pivot. Imagine watching or seeing a Casemiro and an Amrabat double pivot with Kobe in front of them. Like, there's so many possibilities. So many possibilities. And the manager just doesn't, I don't know. I don't know. Yo, Mains, what you saying? Yo, you're a bit loud. I can't hear you. I can't hear you, bro. It's a bit loud where you are. Call me back. Yeah. Big up Ahmad today, man. Big up Ahmad today. He's showing why he should be playing, man. All season, this guy. I know he was injured in December, but this manager has had this guy. Yo, yeah, man, talk to me. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, bro, I can hear you. What's going on? All right. Yo, yes, man, talk to me. Bro, that's what I've been talking. Bro, bro, the way that the way it is, yeah, it's his footballing brain that I like as well, bro. Yeah, you know how Garnacho was just frantic and he just runs and runs and like a headless chicken.
I'm gonna run past you.
Yeah, yeah,
Like, I don't pass it by you. I don't have to run past you. I can pass it.
yeah.
La di da.
Mm.
Use my African speed to run past you. I can pass it. I can pass it. Yeah, he's got technique. Have you seen Speakers? He's got technique.
He has tech, bro. Bro, I'm
Nah,
glad.
he's a future. No, he's a future. And I hope Man United fans recognize that because a lot of them don't recognize Ahmad as a
Mm.
he's a baller.
Bro, you're preaching to the choir,
Do you know he's better than Anthony? You know that he's better than Anthony.
bro.
Wise.
You're preaching to the choir, bro.
Actually, no, I want him on our bench at least. I
Bro.
want him on the squad at least. Anthony, he's got potential.
Mm.
I'm not one of these guys that don't want to get rid of him. No, no way.
Mm.
No way, no way. I don't want to get rid of Anthony. He's got so much potential.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? He's going to be up all there as well eventually, but he's immature at the moment. Like, you've seen his off the field antics, like crashing cars, kind of that. Anyway, he needs to mature. Cool.
Mm.
Mature.
Mm.
Mature. He's got African maturity of like, nah, I'm looking after my family. Shit.
Yeah, yeah. He's on the ball. He knows what he's doing. He's not here to mess about.
What's about? Even shit him alone, he took it.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
He took it. He ate up with it. He
Yeah,
ate
yeah.
up with it. He didn't complain.
He's got a hunger. Mm. Bro.
He got 10 years, Sunderland.
Yep.
What? What are you talking about?
Bro. 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 Player of the year in Sunderland, bro. Like the thing is, yeah. What do you think about the fact, yeah, that the manager knows how good he is, yeah, and the manager hasn't been playing him?
Of my apprehension, Ten Hag's like, he's doing it. And you have played Scotty and certain players that I don't understand.
Mm.
For Anthony, but merit. You have to play ahead of Anthony.
All right, bro. It's getting a bit noisy where you are still. I'm not gonna lie.
No, no, I'm gonna let me get a bit quiet.
Yeah, yeah.
Merits. Diallo should start ahead of Anthony.
Amen. I agree.
Out of merit. And Ten Hag says it should be out of merit. He's not doing it out of merit right now. That's my only reason I'm a bit upset.
Bro.
Ten Hag for too long, and you can't just play Anthony because you saw him at Ajax.
No.
It's a different situation. Like, Diallo knows what to do in this situation.
Yeah.
You can slow down play. You can use your technique. You don't have to constantly run or shoot.
Yeah, yeah. Bro, you're saying all the things. You're saying all the things I've been saying on this stream, bro. You're saying all these things like I agree, spot on. Like there's different ways of playing football, and I think with Ten Hag, I think he's saving face by playing Anthony. He's like, he's my guy. I brought him in, and I have to make it work. So I'm gonna keep playing him. But even now, you can't do that. No, you can't. Of course you can't. You know, and even now, yeah, for me, Garnacho's young and he's played like 30 games.
He shouldn't have played this many games.
Exactly. Exactly.
On the bench as a star. He shouldn't have been playing him. Rashford's been fucking up. So he shouldn't Rashford should have took up the left position for himself as a senior guy. He's not young anymore. He's 26.
Bro. Bro, he's 20. Rashford is 27.
27 now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
1 second.
Yeah, it's very noisy. I'm not quite sure if everyone could hear you clearly, but it is what it is. But yeah, I'm gonna call you after the game though, mains. Yeah.
But yeah,
Uh,
Diallo needs to be next season.
yeah, yeah, 100. A lot more games.
Honest, if Rashford was born in Manchester, is a Manchester born. We can't get another left winger. If we got another left winger who challenges him properly, I would take that.
Yeah, of course.
If he takes his place, I would take that.
I would love that, yeah, but for me, for Sancho's career, he might be better off staying away, you know.
He's not ready for the Premier Actually, I don't know what's wrong with him.
For his
City, they got rid of him for a reason. He
well,
don't.
they got rid of he wanted to leave for game time, innit? He
Nah,
wanted to
but they
leave.
got rid of him for a reason.
No,
Man's got young
you
players.
can't say that, man. You can't say that because Cole Palmer left Man City, and Cole Palmer's a baller. Like Man City have so many ballers, bro.
Do you hear him? He said that. It was like, oh yeah, like I could have played him more, but we had other players.
Yeah, they've got yeah, man. Yeah, Man City got ballers, man. They can replace, they can lose ballers and replace them easy, bro. Like it's easy. Yeah, 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 yeah.
You know, it's like, I need to win this. I'm gonna retire from Man City in about a year. He's gonna be gone in a year.
Mm, mm.
He's gone. But
Let me see.
for like a decade.
Ah, bro. No, man, I can't be having that. You know me, man. I'm Ten Hag out. You know, I need a new manager.
I'm saying like him. He got fired. He nearly got fired in his last year. Like
Bro,
fired, and he won the cup, and they kept him in, and then he went up from then on.
bro, I don't. That's different times. I know. Those are different times, man. I listen. I'm done with this guy, bro. But yo, bro, I'm gonna call you after the game. Yeah. All right, in a bit. This guy called me and he's like, "There's bare noise. There's loads of background noise. Like I don't know if you guys could hear. But that's Mains, my guy Mains. This guy's Ten Hag in. This guy is saying, Fergie, Fergie lost games. Fergie almost got fired. Fergie. No, I don't want to hear it. No, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear about no Fergie. This is different times. Like, we need to get rid of this guy. Like I said many, many times. Let me change. Oh, the time's still going. 58 minutes. Let me stop that right now. Stop the timer. Stop the timer. All right, guys. I'm gonna be back in like 2 minutes, literally. Let me see. Wait, hold on. Tools. Oh no, reset. Stop. All right, guys. Give me 2 minutes. Give me 2 minutos, and I'll be right back. We are back after a quick munch. I ain't gonna lie, guys. I am hungry out here, man. I need to eat some food. Everyone's excited about Ahmad. When you start, oh my gosh, Ahmad. Just literally, I just said everyone's excited about Ahmad. No way. I was about to say, flipping heck. Imagine just singing the youth's praises. This guy almost killed me. This guy almost killed me. Anyway, like I was saying, everybody's singing Ahmad's praises. Oh my gosh. Oh, unlucky. And the reason why everyone's singing Ahmad's praises is because they're not used to seeing good football. Like, we've seen a good footballer playing on the wing for once. And he's not even playing, I mean, he's playing okay. But listen, it doesn't take a lot. When you've been starved, right, of good football all season, it doesn't take a lot to impress the Man United fans right now. Let me see. There's no changes being made, no subs. Yep, same formation, same players. Let's go. Long ball from Cass, cut out. I'm about with the ball. Do you know what I'm not really seeing today? I'm not really seeing Dallo and Aaron Wan-Bissaka do the inverted winger, come into the central midfield position type of shizzle that sometimes Man City do. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, was that Bruno? That's not good enough. I'm not gonna lie, yeah. Time and time again, Newcastle have been given opportunities to score, and they're just wasting it. That's Bruno's first touch. What did I say about Bruno? What did I say? You can't play number 10 if you can't even. We don't have a first touch. And once again, Cass is back there. Flipping heck. As I thought would happen, we're playing Scott. We're playing Scott McTominay further forward. Ah! Ah! Mm, mm, mm. All right. Okay. Cool. All right. All right. It's cool. It's cool. At the end of the day, we have to be. Let's be honest, right? Let's talk about it because I can't be sitting here. I really can't be sitting here saying that Newcastle should be 3-1 up, right? And then when they score, be angry. I mean, yeah, I mean, I can still be angry, of course, but let's not act like they haven't deserved this goal. Let's not pretend, in it, and we're not going to do that on this channel. So 1-1, good cross, great crossing, yeah, good goal. I mean, they have deserved it. The chances and the opportunities that they've had, I said before, it could easily be 3-1 right now. So I'm pissed off, but they deserved it. It's a good cross. If I'm being honest, based on the chances and how the game feels, I Newcastle are probably the more likely now to go on to win. Call me a pessimist, man. Call me a pessimist, but I can only say what I see. Right? I can only say what I see. That crossing was so nice. It's such an easy, so easy. All the flipping attacker had to do was get his foot on it. and connect with the ball. That's all you had to do. Go. Yeah, I mean, you don't want, as a centre half, you don't want crosses like that coming in. You don't. That's what those are one of the worst crosses to defend. You touch it, it might go in. It is what it is, guys. It is what it is. Oh well. Well done, Ahmad. Here we go. He's through. Ah, mm. Garnacho. Garnacho's first touch there, man, should have been better, but it is what it is. We can't act like this wasn't coming. We can't act like it wasn't deserved. We can't act like Newcastle haven't had opportunity to score. And like I said, that's despite the fact that we've got more midfielders. We've got more midfielders on the pitch, so we should be keeping the ball better. But we're not. We're still not set up that way. We're not coached or drilled to keep the ball. United corner. Oi! Oh my gosh! Oh my lord, Aaron! Oh my gosh! Are you kidding me? You're lying! You, well done, Amrabat. Once again, listen. You could look at this in two different ways. Newcastle should have definitely scored. How do you not score? It's literally 3 against 1. However, great defending. Look at that Amrabat determination. His position was so good. No. Well done, Amrabat. And to think that we had this player and we never wanted to play him. To think that we tried to play Mason Mount and all these guys over Amrabat. Well done, Amrabat, man. Well done. Can't believe this, man. I can't believe Isak couldn't have been. That's so poor. As much as I want my team, Man United, to win, come on, man. You have to finish that, bro. That's why I can't really rate Isak. I know a lot of people talk about Isak being this and Isak being that. I'm like, whatever, man. Kobe. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, if I was Isak, because yeah, Amrabat committed to the slide, right? So if I was Isak, he had to dummy it. He had to just chop it, chop the defender, bring it back onto your right foot, smash. That's what you should have done. That's what I would have done, definitely. Yeah, man. Yeah. Hmm. I want to know what the main handle is. If it's, because I want to make moderator. Maybe the ADH or type. No, which one to be moderator? What's the final score gonna be? That is the question. Oh, based on what I've seen with my eyes, no emotion. Based on what I've seen with my eyeballs, Newcastle are the team that's gonna win. At the same time, based on what I've seen with my eyeballs, based on the fact that Newcastle have had opportunity after opportunity to score, let's say four really good chances, and they've only used one of them. And Man United have had one chance and they've scored. We'll probably score when we have our next big chance. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Good. Good catch by Onana from the set piece. 55 minutes on the clock. He's Kobe on the wings, popping up on the wing. All right, almost a good ball. Unlucky corner for Manchester United. Garnacho did the right thing by passing it to Bruno, but Bruno should just put it across the goal, and hopefully, because do you know what? One thing that Scott McTominay is good at, and I don't rate him as a footballer, I really don't. But you got to be honest and say what you see and not how you feel. Uh, hey, my guy. I told you about this guy. My G. Yeah. What a goal. I know football. I know ball. I know a baller when I see him. I know a footballer when I see one. Look at this guy. The second coming. What a finish. It's time. It's time. Look at this. This guy. It's time. It's time for people to understand about this youth. Look at this. He's always there. Why do you think he's always maintained that position? Every corner, every set piece, he holds that position. What a finish. Technique, I told you. Football is not about pace and power and running around. Football always wins. The best footballers always show up. That's how you strike a football. Hojlund, take note. Garnacho, take note. That's how you strike a football. What a baller, bruv. Listen, it is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. His face don't fit. His face don't fit. But his face is gonna fit tonight. Yeah, this black hue from Africa. Yeah, his face is gonna fit. That's how you score. Laces as well. Look at this. Look at how he controlled the ball just now. Look at him. How can you watch this kid, yeah, and not see that he's a footballer? Crazy. You mad. You mad. It's different, bruv. It's different. That's how you score, man. What a goal, man. I'm happy for the kid. I'm happy for many. Oh my lord. Get up, Ahmad. Don't be doing this. Okay, it's your body's your body, right? Like you don't choose the body that you're born with. But Ahmad, the problem I have with this kid playing in the Premier League is that he's gonna get injured a lot. And he does get injured a lot. Oh man, come on, Ahmad. We can't be having this, man. Goal and assist, yeah. Talk to me. Goal and assist, Ahmad Diallo. And still people want to be talking about Garnacho. I'm hoping United fans are watching this and they can clearly see the massive difference between Ahmad and the rest of our wingers, including Anthony, including Rashford. Not Sancho, because Sancho's a baller. But it's different. It's different. All the pace in the world, all the pace and power in the world can't give you footballing ability. It's time for people to get that into their heads. I'm tired of it now. I'm tired of it. Let me just jump in the chat right now. Amad Diallo. There we go. Garnacho. Nice. Well done, Garnacho. See, that's better. That's better, Garnacho. What the heck? And things about how fickle United fans are. I bet they're all now going to be singing Amad's praises. Like, why do you have to wait for him to score a goal? Can't you identify that he's a good footballer without him having to score a goal? That's my problem with United, with just football fans. You guys can only rate footballers if they get the stats, the two stats, the goals or assists. And if they don't get any of these stats, you don't want to look at them. You don't want to rate them. Football and stats, goals and assists have completely warped the way that people watch game. People don't even watch the football game. They don't watch the match. They'll watch the match, see what they see, then see that someone gets a goal or assist and be like, oh, they're the man in the match. No, man. Listen, even if Ahmad didn't score or get an assist today, he's the best player on the pitch. It's simple as that. And he got the assist for the first goal and he scored the second goal. So my eyes are telling me that he's the best player on the pitch. And the stats have reinforced what I could see with my eyes. And that's how you use stats. That's how you should use stats, to reinforce what you see, not to base your whole judgment on stats where there's a million stats you could highlight in the game. No, there's no statistic, yeah, for the most influential player. There's no stats that says most influential player. How do you define that? You have to use your eyes to do it. You have to use your eyes to do it. Stats can't tell you everything. We all know that. So yeah, I'm glad for the kid. He's having a decent game. Well, he's having a good game today. So, but the game is not over. Whoa. Wow. Yeah. We do look like a better team with Amrabat in midfield. And I don't know why it's taken Ten Hag so long to play Amrabat in midfield. I mean, I think he might have played him once early in the season, but he had his own vision. His Mason Mount vision. I have no idea what his Mason Mount vision was, but he clearly had some sort of Mason Mount vision, and that hasn't come to fruition. So, I mean, Amrabat, this might be his last game. He's on loan for the season, so he's going to go back to his club. But it's taken him this long to really play this guy in his position. Half an hour left, or 26 minutes left to be precise. The funny thing is, right, before the goal went in, I said, you know what? I bet the next opportunity that we get, the way the game's going, even though Newcastle technically deserve to be winning because they've had more chances, yeah. But the way the game's been going, they haven't been taking any of their chances except, one. And we're gonna have one chance and then look, another chance. We're gonna take our chances, and that's what we've done. Good goal from Ahmad. Smash likes, people, on your way in, as usual. It's a corner for Man United. Casemiro's come close to scoring from a couple set pieces over the last few games. Is there a goal for Casemiro today? Is there a goal for Cas today? I think he's in the mood today, Casemiro. The last home game. He's in the mood. Ahmad again. What's Ahmad going to do? Oh, it's not good. Oh, okay. Oh, unlucky Bruno. Unlucky Bruno. Ahmad, man. Listen, you know what the headlines are going to be tomorrow if the match stays 2-1, obviously. It's going to be all about Ahmad. The question I want to ask people, and the question everyone needs to ask themselves is, why has it taken the manager so long to unleash this guy? A player who played on loan at Sunderland, he was Sunderland's player of the season. I'm pretty sure he was, if not the player of, oh my gosh. Well done, Onana. Good save. That was so easy. So easy. I can't be talking too early, man, because Newcastle, Isak, Newcastle pinned United back into their penalty box, crossed the ball in. Oh, saved by Onana. Good save. The match isn't over yet, man. The match isn't over. The nerves are still here. Sometimes, and Onana, he makes good saves, right? But sometimes I feel like he dramatizes some of his dives to make it look more difficult than it is. But I'm not gonna lie, we got life. He should have finished that. Why did he lift it? I don't understand why he didn't drive it hard and low between the goalkeeper's legs or something. What the heck? What is going on here? All right, counter attack. Bruno, Ahmad. Okay, what's gonna happen? Oh, nice. Oh, ref. Book him, ref. Book him. Book him, referee, please. Thank you. This Ahmad kid, man, he's grabbing all the headlines tomorrow, man. Like I said, trust me. He's so look at him, the way he plays football. It's a joy to watch. And before I was interrupted, the question I said I was gonna ask people is, why hasn't this manager unleashed this guy until now? He's been fit from December. He had his injury and he came back in December. And it's only now he's getting a start. And he's clearly better than Garnacho. He's clearly better than Anthony. Like I said, I do not trust this manager's talent ID, his ability to identify talent. I don't really. Kobe, he had to play Kobe. Everybody knew about Kobe Manu in the youth system. Oh my God. That's what we missed. Like or dislike Bruno, his ability to deliver a ball across, he has it. He has it in his locker. You have to admit it. But yeah, Kobe, everyone was singing about Kobe. Everybody knew about Kobe Manu in the youth system. So him playing Kobe is one thing. But the fact he had this guy, Ahmad, from December and he didn't want to start him. And we lost games and we drew games and he still didn't want to start him. I think that is absolutely criminal. Yeah, if Bruno scores, everyone will forget how crap he's been. That's football. That's always been Bruno. But to be fair, Bruno, he's been hit and miss this game. He's done a lot of crap stuff. He's given the ball away, but he's also been a bit of a threat in the final third. He has. Um, and he's that sort of player. He's like Marmite. I think he often is a net negative, right? When he loses the ball and he turns over possession, he gives the possession back to the opposition. And he puts us under pressure a lot of the times. And I don't really rate him in terms of playing the number 10 role. I don't. He shouldn't be playing so advanced. He shouldn't. And when he's more disciplined, when he's like giving instruction to listen, keep the ball, don't just spam crosses in all the time. Don't keep giving it away. When he's given clear instructions and he plays a more basic game, he actually looks better. He does. I just don't think he's the one who should be given that sort of free role. Like that player who's given that sort of free role, that number 10 role, that player needs to be like the best player. And in fact, you can go as far as saying that no team really plays with that sort of player in that free role anymore. Every manager, every coach has a system that doesn't afford a player that amount of liberties, you know? Because you can't, you got, if you lose the ball, you got to flip and make sure you chase the ball back and you win it back. That's how Man City play. If you lose the ball, you win it back, and that's not Bruno. That's not Bruno. So I don't rate him as highly as other people rate him, but I'm not gonna go as far as say he's rubbish. And the amount of worship that this guy gets, Bruno gets, for some of his most mediocre performances is absolutely insane. Okay, Onana's got the ball, 71 minutes. So yeah, I mean that's what I think anyway. Um, yeah, I agree. Bruno isn't good enough to roam the pitch any which way. No, he's not. He doesn't deserve that privilege really. The best players in the world, the Neymars and the Messis, they can do that. And even De Bruyne for Man City, he does it a little bit, but De Bruyne is coming to the end of his career because I don't think Man City can keep carrying him defensively. Offensively, he's still good, but his legs are gone, and defensively, um, he's a liability. Defensively, he's a liability. He is. Oh my gosh. Oh, lucky. We got life. We got life. We got. How the heck of Newcastle not? Like, how many opportunities did Newcastle? Listen, if he didn't shoot and if he crossed the ball in, Newcastle score, How many opportunities do these guys need? Bruno isn't good enough. Casemiro got the 5 o'clock shadows double. He's on smoke today. He don't give up. Yeah, man. Casemiro is on. He's on smoke today. He made one or two mistakes in the first half that I'm pretty sure, you know, confirmation bias confirms that he's rubbish. But out of the two mistakes he's made like 98 good moments. He's had 98 good moments. So, oh, unlucky. Out of two times he's given the ball away or he's put his team under pressure, he's rescued his team about 4 or 5 times. He's come close to scoring about 3 or 4 times from set pieces. So all in all, he's actually having a good game, Casemiro. Garnacho. Casemiro. Give me the Zerbi. I want the Zerbi as a manager, to be honest. I think United's next manager needs to be somebody that is a coach, that wants to coach a style of football, that wants to coach this team, not just the first team, but build a philosophy in line with the owner's philosophy of like total football, philosophy where we can keep the ball as well as transition with the ball. A manager who identifies talented players. I think the Zerbi for me, because the way that United are building a structure, we only really need a coach now. Because we've got a DOF, we've got all of these positions filled. We need someone who can coach, someone who can make footballers better. Oh, Casemiro almost again. Unlucky. Give it to Ahmad. Ahmad. Okay. So yeah, I mean, the next manager. I'll take the Zerbi. I'll probably. I mean, listen, I don't even like Potter that much, but I'll probably take Potter. I'll take Potter probably over Tuchel. You know, I promise you, because I don't think Tuchel's bad, but I don't think Tuchel is going to get anything out of these players. I don't think Tuchel for me he's in a mode of like a Mourinho where he needs quality footballers in order to play his game. I don't know if he's a manager who can improve who's around him, improve the players that he has. That's what I think personally. But yeah, this game's not over yet at all. Or you know, goal kick. See, think about Ahmad as well, right? I would tell people that for me, the best footballers, right, are footballers who run really quickly, but it looks like they're moving in slow motion. 15 minutes left of the game. Hmm. Yeah, I like how Ahmad isn't rushed by the other team. He slows it down when he needs to and with confidence. That's what I'm saying. That's football. You have players who can only play 100 miles an hour, and maybe because the manager wants him to play that way. That players like Bruno, just get the ball and spam it, or Garnacho. And you have players who can understand when to run with it, when to slow it down, when to, like, for instance, if you're attacking and there's three defenders and it's just you, just slow it down and wait for your teammates to catch up with you. All these sort of things you have to think about. Some players don't think. I always talk about IQ, football and IQ. You can always tell the players with good IQ, they make the right decisions. They can slow the game down, like you said, and make the game look slow. Play essentially play at their own pace, not be rushed. And in order to play that way, you have to have supreme technical ability. You got to have supreme faith in your ability to, this guy's coming at me and he's trying to tackle me, but I'm gonna move the ball onto the left hand side and put space between me and the player and shield the ball well. You got to know how to swivel on the ball. You got to have really good technical ability to be able to play that way, to be able to play football at your own pace, despite all the frantic stuff that's going around you. Not just technical ability, but confidence. And Ahmad has that. He has it. He needs to play more games, get used to the Premier League. I think playing in the Championship really helped him. Okay, this is what I think. I think in order to play for Man United Football Club in the first team, right, from the youth team, you got to have a season in the Championship. I remember the Jesse Lingards, yeah, of this world, and all of those sort of players that came from the youth system, right? And before they, came up and they played for Man United, the first team, they all spent a season. I think he spent a season at Birmingham, maybe. Like, have a season in the Championship, yeah, where footballers are kicking your ankles, kicking your shins, where it's rough, where it's tough and it's dogged. Have a season in the Championship before, as a youngster, before you can play first team for Man United. Unless you are exceptional, unless you are like a Mason Greenwood, maybe, yeah, I get it. But other than that, it's never been so easy to get into a Man United squad or Man United team. Like I remember, Angel Gomez, right? I don't want to talk about Angel Gomez. I can't believe even now. I can't believe even now that we let Angel Gomez go. What a baller! Under 21's England captain, led that England team to, uh, was it I think they won the under 21's European Cup. Oh, Okay, so it looks like Rashford is coming on and Martinez is coming on. 10 minutes to go, guys. Yeah, I saw that. The United under 18s team won their league, which is good news. So replace every single one of these players with under 18s. Replace them all. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Yeah, it's really good news. Don't really care though. I don't really care, to be honest, because the main team is so crap. So I don't know, like great kids. The kids are winning, but those same kids when they move up, yeah, it's unless I mean things are changing, like I said. So maybe I said at the beginning of the stream that playing for Man United is a toxic thing, and United ruin players. But I don't know. Maybe things are changing. Maybe things will change with these new owners and the new setup. We'll see. I'm not gonna get excited, like I said. We'll just see what happens. 9 minutes of the 90 left to play. Newcastle are still in this, guys. Let's not pretend that Newcastle are out of this game. Okay. Ooh, corner. Well, not corner. Goal kick. There we go. So we got Ahmad coming off. Well done, Ahmad. Well done, my son. Why? Listen, I hope he's taking Ahmad off to protect him because he's young. All of these things. I hope he's taking him off because of that. Because if he's fit, if he's still raring to go, keep him on. Mainu's coming off for Rashford and Garnacho coming off. Okay, cool. I would have kept Ahmad on. Ahmad's had a really, really good game. But me and this manager do not see eye to eye when it comes to this football team. It is what it is. So Rashford's come on, last home game of the season. Let's see what Rashford can do for the last 8 minutes. Imagine after making these changes, Newcastle go and score. My lord. Imagine. Oi. Like I said, I hope Ahmad's been taken off because of some sort of injury or niggle or something, because he hasn't played 90 minutes yet, and I can't really see a reason why you take him off. Just let him play. He's having the game, like he's having a really good game. See this Isak guy, man. I don't know, man. Where's he going? Isak reminds me of Rashford. Headless chickens. Two headless chicken players. Okay, what's Hey, Rasmus! Well done, Rasmus. My problem with Rasmus, yeah. My problem with Rasmus is this: if you've only scored 5 goals, yeah, in 40 games for the whole season, or 10, whatever it is, you cannot score a goal and then put your finger up and say hush. You can't do that, because scoring that one goal doesn't make you a good footballer. It doesn't make you good. You do these sort of things, yeah, when you score 25 goals a season, yeah. When you're a prolific goal scorer and when you're the guy, yeah, you can score a goal and go. You can't score one goal in 15 games or 20 games or 7 Premier League games as a striker, and then after you score one goal, go. It's like I don't like these players' lack of humility, bro. But good finish. And on this channel, we say what we see, not how we feel. So I've said how I felt, and now I'm gonna say what I see. And what I saw was a good finish. What I saw was a player get the ball, shift it to his right, and I'm pretty sure he's left footed as well. He might be. I think he's left footed. So to take that on his right foot, bottom corner, good finish. So you have to give credit. But yeah, it's he scored one goal and he's shushing the crowd and doing all these things. It's a bit much for me. It's a bit much, like, but it is what it is. He's got the he's got the arrogance, I guess, to play, or maybe he was shushing the Newcastle fans. I don't know, but yeah, let me change the score. My mod is always telling me what to do. She was always saying like, the score is changed. Change the score. You think I run this channel? I don't run this channel. I'm not gonna lie, yeah. Even looking back at the goal, I think the goalkeeper should have saved that as well. Yeah, the keeper got a hand to it as well. The keeper probably should have saved it, but I want Hojlund, yeah, to act like a Manchester United player, because he's shushing Newcastle, and that's an underdog thing. That's like a I want him to be like, put it this way, the way Ahmad scored, right? And Ahmad went to the camera and Ahmad went, he didn't shush nobody. He's like, I'm the guy. Like, that's a sort of arrogance and that's the sort of confidence I want. I don't want you to be like shushing the crowd, because it shows to me that the criticism that you're getting is getting to you. And I don't want another Rashford who is, oh my God, you can't criticize me. Oh my God, when you criticize me, you affect my game. I don't want no delicate flowers. We're tired of delicate flowers, right? We're tired of them, those sort of footballers. We want footballers who can read the tweets and the tweet might say you're crap. And you read that tweet and you're like, who cares? And you flip and play the same way in the next match. And that tweet doesn't affect your performance. It doesn't affect your confidence or your mentality. We need more mentality monsters. Like, we don't want you to cry and say, oh, everyone's been unfair. Everyone's been unfair to me. And then when you score, start shushing people. That we don't need those sort of footballers. We want footballers to just do your business. Score your goal, do your business. That's what I need. So that's probably why this whole shush thing, even now I'm still talking about it, it's got to me a little bit. I ain't gonna lie, it's annoyed me. When a player is not that good, right, and he's doing that sort of stuff, it's not cool. Just let your football do the talking. That's all I have to say about that. But it is what it is. Good goal. Go on, Aaron. Go on, Aaron. Lucky. We need an Aaron Wan-Bissaka goal, man. Last home game of the season. Yeah, we want, like, the only players here who celebrate like that are players who don't score goals. They're not goal scorers. If you're a goal scorer, if you're a killer, like a Mason Greenwood, you're not hushing nobody, because that's what you do. You do that anyway. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Is this Martinez's first game back? It is his first game back from injury. I think he got injured. He was injured for Argentina. And then he came back, I think, a few months after the World Cup, and then he got injured again. So he's been unavailable almost the whole season. So yeah, it's good. It's a good thing that he's back, because he's one of our better players. So I'm glad that Martinez is back. Bruno given a captain's armband. He's coming off the pitch. Ericsson coming on. Okay. Last minute of the game. The game's finished anyway. But someone that's told me that Hoyland scored one goal in 15 games. Yeah, man. One goal in 15 games as Man United's top striker, and then you're shushing people. It's I'm not gonna lie, I'll go as far as saying that he is a disgrace. You can't score one goal in 15 games and no assists, like in like 30 games as a main striker. Score one goal and then be shushing the crowd. You can't do that. You can't. I'm sorry. So The question is, whose last game is this at Old Trafford? Is it Bruno's last game at Old Trafford? Is it Casemiro? Well, I think it is Casemiro's definitely last game at Old Trafford. That's probably why he's playing the way he's playing. He wants to score, Bruno. I mean Casemiro. He wants to go away. I know as much as Jamie Carragher's and all and everyone else who doesn't well, Jamie Carragher and everyone else who doesn't understand football think he's really bad. Most people who understand football know he's not bad. Because we can see with our eyes. We've watched this game together and we've seen this game together and we've seen how good this guy is. Objectively. So when you hear rhetoric that doesn't match what you see with your eyes, then you have to question it. You have to. So this probably Casemiro's last game. Hopefully Rashford's last game. Maybe AWB's last game at Old Trafford. Who knows? Wow. What a finish. 3-2. Wow. Who? You got packed out by a brother called Hall. Wow. 3-2. I don't think, I mean, Newcastle can't come back. Surely. The game can't end 3-all. The game's done. We've won this game. Surely. I don't know. I'm not even sure if I should be saying that. Am I that confident in my team? Where is this confidence coming from? I don't know. But 3-2, 4 minutes left of added time. Maybe the manager's making too many subs, taking the piss. I don't know. We'll see. Ten Hag said Ten Hag where? Oh, Ten Hag said Ten Hag out where? That's the problem, man. Like, you want your team to win, but I want this manager to go away. And I know losing will make him go away. No way. Yes. Oh, no, man. Lay on the floor, man. Sunbathe. You look at you're the same color as the grass. Your kit and the grass is the same. You blend in. My lord. What a strike, though. He slapped that. I thought Ahmad's goal was good, but he slapped that ball. Go on, Rashi. Yeah. That's why I said, yeah. And now that after he's shushed everybody, his shushing even looks even more ridiculous now. Because if we concede another goal after this guy has shushed the crowd, this is what I'm trying to say. Have a bit of self-awareness, bro. Just do your job. Your job is to score goals, and you have not been doing your job. At least when Martial didn't score goals, Martial helped the team. He got assists. He dropped deep. He contributed to the team. You're not doing none of it. And the one time you actually score a goal, you want to shush the crowd, bro. Self-awareness is not present in some of these young ballers, man, at all. This online social media world with these little kids shushing the crowd. Silly. Just do your job. Yeah, 2 minutes left. Run the clock down. We don't need to. Oh my gosh. We don't need to attack. Just keep the ball, Man United. Why can't we? My gosh. What? Wow. So apparently, Man United currently have a -3 goal difference. Man United have a -3 goal difference going into the final game of the season. And people want to keep this manager. My oh Lord. Oh, -3 goal difference while Hojlund is out here shushing fans. My lord. 1 minute left. I think the game is over. No way. What are you doing, Isak? It's finished, man. Come on, guys. 30 seconds left. Three went up, comfortable. All right, it's done. Referee, blow your whistle, please. Oh my gosh. I'm not gonna lie, yeah. Rashford was running too wide. It's like he should have stayed in the middle of the goal and maintained his run. But the more he kept running, the more Rashford kept sort of coming towards the other side, away from the goal. And I was like there, stay there. Stay running towards us. He just kept, yeah. He should have maintained his position. It is what it is, but I believe that we are done. Manchester United surely now have won the last game of the season, the last home game of the season. Rashford, is he going to score? Unlucky. Unlucky Rashford. Referee, blow your whistle, please. Woo. Relax, everybody. There's no need to rush. There you go. Match over. Final score: Manchester United 3, Newcastle United 2. A very, very interesting game. I think on the balance of the game, United probably deserved the win. Newcastle could argue that the chances they had, well, Newcastle had probably more clear-cut chances than Manchester United, but their lack of quality in the final third, their lack of decision-making, good decision-making and finishing has cost them today. United have won their final home game of the season. I don't know if that changes anything. Let me just see the Premier League. Let's look at the Premier League table. Okay, let's look at the league table. So we are, yeah, Man United 3. We are 8th. I mean, Newcastle are still ahead of us. -3 goal difference. I can't believe, yeah, you're telling me this Manchester United team have a -3, a -3 goal difference. Listen, -3 goal difference going into the last game of the season. Same, so we've got same points as Newcastle. What's Newcastle's next game? Newcastle's final game is against Brentford. All right. So Newcastle will probably beat Brentford, which means Man United will probably finish in 8th. This has been, since I've been a Man United fan, which is all my life, the worst Premier League season that I've seen. I think this is the worst I think statistically, they said this is the worst Premier League season since the 70s. Since the 70s. And I don't feel that there's enough pressure on this manager. And I'm hearing people calling me saying, but Fergie finished this and Fergie finished that. No, You don't go from finishing third with the exact same players in the first season to finishing eighth, -3 goal difference in your second. You don't go backwards this much in your second season. Let's see. Let me read some messages from the group chat. Man United deserve to win from Orhan. Yeah, I agree. I agree. We did deserve to win. I think on the flip side, Newcastle had enough opportunities to win this game. And if you're going to balance the opportunities, Newcastle could argue they deserve to win. But we know what football's like, right? We know football. If you don't take your chances, then you don't score. And you got no one to blame but yourself. And United took their chances. So I'm glad we won the game. Alpha Eagle, man. Thank you for joining, Alpha Eagle. Yeah, man. Thank you for joining, bro. Bruno, man of the match for you. I hear that. I hear that. I hear why. I understand why you say Bruno was the man of the match. But I want to ask you why. Why was he man of the match? Because I tell you something. Ahmad today was the man of the match for me. Ahmad Diallo, for me today, was the guy. And I think Ahmad had what? 1 goal, 1 assist. Yeah, Bruno had a decent game today, but for me, he was not the man of the match. I think Ahmad was. Um, but yeah, I don't understand why. For me, there should be more pressure. Maybe it's my perspective. Maybe I'm not seeing it properly, but I don't think there's enough pressure on the manager. I think there needs to be more pressure on this manager. Like I said, the worst league finish in like 50 years. The manager's had Amad Diallo at his disposal since December, and he's not decided to play him until now. So you have to ask the question, why? He's been persistent with Anthony's, persistent with Garnacho. Garnacho in his first season has played over 35 times or has definitely over 30 starts. That should never happen. It shouldn't happen. One, I don't think he's good enough. And two, even if he was good enough, he's a young talent. So you don't play him so many times. I think we've overplayed the guy. Overplayed him. But it is what it is. Kobe scored a good goal today. I enjoyed Kobe Mano's display. In fact, I know you said Bruno is a man of the match for you, but I would argue Kobe had a better game than Bruno. But if you only watch highlights, if you only watch the moments and rely on moments, you're probably going to think Bruno is the man of the match. Because in terms of the moments, he had good crosses. He crossed the ball really well. He had 1 or 2 good shots. But man of the match for me, no. I remember him giving the ball away almost for one of Newcastle's goal. He still gives the ball away a bit too much for me. But it is what it is, man. There's a good feeling at the moment. We've won the game. Ten Hag is smiling, hugging Bruno. There's a good feeling in the squad. Let's see what happens because at the end of the day, a lot of players are supposed to not like Ten Hag and want him out and not be feeling him. So I want to see how the players interact with him today, right now, how they look at him, how they feel. This is gonna be very interesting. Let's see what this guy says because I've said many times Ten Hag does not know how to communicate. Let's listen. He's getting booed. He's getting booed. Wow. There's Varane behind him. Oh man, I'm sorry that Varane's gone. Martial was gone. Yeah, he's not a good communicator at all. Like, how can this guy get anything out of footballers and he can't even speak? Win the cup, win the cup. Yeah. Win the cup. No, sorry. Wait, no, 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 no. Oh, okay. Osman, thanks for joining, my bro. Thanks for joining, my bro. What do you think of the South? No, no, no. See, Osman, allow me. No, Osman, I don't want Gareth. I don't want no. Okay, the only English manager I want are the saucy English managers, the managers that play saucy football, like Potter, maybe. Um, Eddie Howe, maybe. You know, Southgate is a defender, right? He's a defender, and the way he sets up so pragmatically, the football that he plays for England, so boring, so dead, no creativity, no life, no imagination. He's just Mr. Safe, Mr. Safe. I can't have that in my football club, Oz. I can't. I can't do it again. I can't have this pragmatism. This, no, no. The fact that Southgate doesn't even pick some of the best footballers. The fact that Southgate is not picking or didn't want to pick what's his name, my guy Greedish, and all of these footballers. I don't trust Southgate's once again his ability to identify what is needed or identify talent. When England faced Italy in the flipping final, yeah, England should have slapped Italy. They should have, but they didn't. And I blame what that 100% on Southgate and the football that he's played. He plays for England. He doesn't play good football at all. I can't have Southgate for United. I'm sorry. Don't scare me because I have to go sleep tonight. And if I wake up in the middle of the night, it's because of you, Oz, trying to scare me with this Southgate stuff. Don't do it, please. Don't do it. Um, who do you want? Who do you want instead of Ten Hag? Like I said, you know what? I want to go back to the Louis Van Gaal, the Louis Van Gaal type of manager, a manager with a philosophy that's new, that's fresh, that's going to get us playing a certain type of football. Like Ten Hag hasn't revolutionized. The problem with Ten Hag is this, right? When Ten Hag came to Manchester United Football Club, we based his managerial credentials, right, on what he was doing with Ajax, right? That's the only that's the only sort of like evidence we had, Ajax. And we forgot that Ajax have their own philosophy. We forget that he couldn't go into Ajax and play anything he wanted. He had to go into Ajax and play Ajax ball. So Ajax ball will always be Ajax ball with or without Ten Hag. And for some reason, we attributed Ajax's football to Ten Hag. Mistake. He's come to Manchester United and he played a certain way the first season. The second season, he tried to do this 3-1-6 formation thing. He tried all of these things and they weren't working. And I said many times about this Ten Hag guy, I would judge him based on what he does or what he thinks is needed to get United to the top. And when he started to go for the Mason Mounts, I thought to myself, no, you can't buy Mason Mount. Yeah, you can't finish third in the league and think Mason Mount is what's needed to make you win the league or take it to the. I don't believe in his talent ID. So I think United need to go back to rather than a manager who buys players and who sits in the boardrooms and tells the team who to buy. We need to go back to getting a coach who deals with the players at hand and improves the players at hand who has a philosophy. And that is why, for me, I like De Zerbi. I like what he's doing with Brighton. I think if Brighton had better players, they'll be doing a lot better. The football that he's playing with Brighton is really good. His philosophy is really good. In an ideal world, actually, I'd probably have, of course, everyone's talking about Alonso with Bayern Leverkusen. What Alonso is doing with Bayern Leverkusen is an absolute joke. It's an absolute joke. They've gone through the whole season domestically and in Europe unbeaten. Just in one season and one season alone with the exact same players, yeah, almost the exact same players that the other manager had in the previous season, he's got them playing a totally different brand of football. Totally different brand. And that's what a manager to come in and say, listen, this is my philosophy, right? This is my philosophy. This is how we're going to play. If you fit this philosophy, good. If you don't, there you go. However, I want a manager who prefers technical footballers rather than playing the guy. Like Garnacho's okay as an impact sub. Last season, when he came on as an impact sub, he was absolutely perfect. Come in, use your little quick feet, run, impact sub. Pace and power, impact sub. But you can't have a player like that start the game every single game, 35 games. No. So I just want a coach now. I don't want a manager. I want someone who's more of a coach. Someone who puts his arm around a player, who can break things down to a player and say, this is exactly what I want you to do and why. Listen to how Ten Hag communicates with the crowd. You can't speak. So how is he going to put his arm around me and say, yo, chosen, you play right wing and you must no. I don't want to do the voice. I don't even want to do the voice, man. Like, oh yeah, it's it's a pain. It's pain. But yeah, it's very interesting that Ten Hag got booed. Got booed today. Very, very interesting. Um, next season, next season, next season. That's all I can think of next season. All I can do is hope that this nightmare of a season is ended. Wake up in August, 3 months nap. 3 months nap, yeah. Imagine a 3 months nap. Wake up in August and see De Zerbi, see Sancho back, Sancho on the left, Ahmad on the right, another striker down the middle, Miney behind them, Casking leave. He's, another, I don't know, maybe keep Bruno, maybe another DM. I don't know. I can't believe they didn't give Martial a proper send off. He was just standing there. It must be really funny. I just noticed that was the last home game of the season. And the last home game of the season, you're supposed to give players a standoff. And Martial's is there, and Varane are there, both the French players, and they're just, I don't know. You can tell they're very close, Varane and Martial. Maybe those two are the players that are pretending that they're injured. But I don't listen. I can be a Man United fan, right, and also be human, and also understand what it must be like for them. The problem I have is fans are just fans, and they can only think like fans. It's like, yeah, and they don't want to think like footballers. I'm like, bro, we're all fans, right? But we all go to work. Yes, this it's a job that you enjoy more than the usual job, but it's still work. You're still running around for 100 kilometers in 90 minutes. You're still breathing heavily. It's still work. It hurts. And what people need to separate the fact that yes, you're a fan, but these guys are at work. And if you put yourself in their shoes, you would actually make some of the same choices, some of the same decisions they made, you know? But yeah, man, Martial's my baller. I'm sad that he's gone. In terms of how I feel about Martial, I feel like just like many black players who play for Man United in this Brexit world, in this world of, where certain players are looked at certain ways and certain players are protected. The foreign players are usually the ones that are scapegoated, or the players that have a certain complexion are scapegoated. I'm not gonna try to describe that even further, because I think most of us who have a common sense, who have a brain, can see that that's definitely the case. I think Martial came in for 3 or 4 seasons. He played on the wing. He was fine. He played under Louis van Gaal on the wings, played really well. Jose came in, disrupted his growth. Jose doesn't grow footballers. Jose, he takes already made footballers and he constructs a good team. But Jose isn't somebody you bring in to mold a young footballer. And first season, Jose, he was fine. Second season, Jose bought Sanchez from Arsenal, I think. Yes. And he played him instead of Martial a lot of the times. That ruined Martial's momentum. Right. And then Ollie came in and he said to Martial, "You are my striker." The first 2 seasons, or the first season under Ollie, Martial was the guy. the way he dropped deep, the way he fed both Greenwood and Rashford. People forget that season when Greenwood was on fire, Rashford was doing well, and Martial was doing his thing, linking up play, chipping goalkeepers, not megging goalkeepers. People forget that. And still, when he was doing those things, people were like, oh, we need more goals. People were booing him and saying they wanted more, right? And then he got injured. He's very injury prone, Martial. Let's be honest. He got injured, went out on loan, came back, and he hasn't really played a run of games. But I remember in pre-season how much Ten Hag was singing Martial's praises. I remember the first season, the first 3-4 months under. People forget, right, that the reason why we played so well. Well, I didn't say we didn't play that well, but the reason why we finished in the third position in Ten Hag's first season largely was because of Martial played a good amount of games for Ten Hag. He got injured a lot, but he played a good amount, and every single time Martial touched that pitch, we looked like a better football team. Do not lie. Every single time that guy touched the pitch, we looked like a better football team. People hate Martial because he's injured. His injuries are because he played through injuries. He played through injuries because he wanted to help the team. So this is the guy who's playing through injuries for Oli, just like Rashford has. Yes, he doesn't get any sympathy, but as soon as Rashford is on a bad, bad is in bad form, for instance, or he's not playing well, Rashford will come out and says, "Oh, my back hurts," or whatever, and everyone will feel sorry for him, right? But Martial's not offered the same. He's not offered the same leeway. He isn't, and it's very weird how he's treated as opposed to Rashford. He's a much better footballer than Rashford. Always has been, always will be. His injuries has fucked him up, yes, but I'll always back Martial. I hope he goes on, and I don't know what he's gonna do because his body is made out of glass at this stage. It's funny, both him and Varane, they do receive a lot of injuries, both him and Varane, and I just hope he just goes on and just enjoys the rest of his career. I don't think I think it's good for him to leave. I think it's best for him to leave. But it doesn't change the fact that over his career here, just like Pogba, he's been treated unfairly. Both him and Pogba are the reasons why Oli saved Oli's job many, many times. I remember the Oli's first season, Martial and Pogba together, the way they were playing the one-touch football, it was just beautiful. And people just forget that. People, I don't know what it is about people. People forget all the good stuff and just focus on the bad stuff. Meanwhile, we have a striker called Hojlund, right? Who scored, was it 1 goal in 15, and nobody's talking about it. And if that was Martial, everybody will be talking about it. And that's the point I'm trying to make. The way I see football as equity. I see football in a pure way. So when it comes to rhetoric and PR and all these things that influence the way people see football, I'm dashing that to the side. I'm dashing it. And I'm just gonna just comment on what I see. If I see you playing well, I'm gonna say you played well. Simple as that. So I'm not gonna say it's a shame that Martial didn't have a good career, because you can't blame the fact that he's injured and say he didn't have a good career because he's injury prone. I think he had a good career. He scored important goals for Manchester United. He's won the Europa League. He's won the FA Cup. He's won the Carling Cup. He's won every trophy at Man United except for the league and the Champions League. There's two that's missing. He's had a good career. Has he lived up to the expectation? No. But if you can tell me one player, one single player over the last 8 years, and don't tell me Bruno or anything, because Bruno hasn't either, that's really lived up to the expectation at Manchester United, I'll give you, everyone watching this feed, £100. Nobody has. How can you live up to the expectation when you haven't really been winning? Nobody's really lived up to the hype, but we only pick and choose certain players to say that about. Pogba hasn't lived up, or Martial hasn't lived up to this. Or okay, has Bruno? Has Garnacho? None of these players have. So not Luke Shaw. Nobody. So we have to hold this thing consistent. This United team, since Fergie left, has been poor. Has been bad. Simple as that. I'm a United fan. I'll be honest. It is what it is. Good luck to Varane. Good luck to Martial. You know, and whoever's leaving, good luck to you guys. I don't, as much as I'm, fighting their causes and I'm telling you guys about who I think has been mistreated and all these things. At the end of the day, if they need to leave, they need to leave, and we need to look to the future. So whoever needs to leave, good luck. I just hope the manager also follows you. That's all I want to say. Ten Hag out. I don't care. I'll keep changing the manager until we get the right one. There's no give him more time, give him 10 years. No. If you don't see progression, if you don't see process and progress, why does he deserve more time? What's he done? It's not like he's Ancelotti, or Jose. You give managers with a CV more time. He doesn't even have a CV, this guy. So it is what it is, man. Anyway, guys. Woo! The time is still going. Let me stop this time. What is going on here? Stop in the name of love before we slap Ten Hag. 3-2 to Man United. Thank you guys for joining. It's been a good stream. Hopefully you will join me again. Last game of the season. We'll probably do a watch along. I'll probably be joined with my Arsenal fan friend, my Arsenal fan partner. And last game of the season, we'll probably have a few screens up, maybe watching a few games. It's going to be fun. Join us again and the last game of the season. When the Europa League starts, we'll probably have a few watch-alongs to some of these games as well. So it's going to be fun, man. Join us. Join the conversation. Get active. Get busy. Share the video. Like the video. Subscribe. New community here. Like I said, we